Mickey Mouse short horror film. I never thought something as innocent as a cartoon could turn into a nightmare, but the night I saw Mickey Mouse smiling at me from the shadows, I realized some characters aren't meant to leave the screen. It all started when my friend Jake texted me a link late one evening. It was one of those grainy, low-resolution YouTube uploads that looked like it had been ripped from an old VHS tape. The thumbnail was odd. It was just the silhouette of Mickey Mouse, standing against a white background, but the shadow beneath him stretched much longer than it should have. Jake's message just said, "Watch this when you're alone. It's cursed." No joke. At first, I laughed. It sounded like one of those urban legend type videos floating around the internet, like the lost episode of SpongeBob or the band Barney tapes. But something about the way he worded it stuck in my head. I was home alone, the apartment unusually quiet, and curiosity always got the better of me. I clicked the link. The video started with static, then cut to the familiar, high-pitched whistle of the Steamboat Willie intro, but it wasn't quite right. The audio warbled, slowed down at times, then sped up unnaturally, like an old record spinning off balance. The screen showed Mickey, but his face wasn't drawn, like I remembered it, looked stretched, with his smile carved unnaturally wide, teeth showing where they never should have been. I remember muttering to myself, "This has to be some creepy fan edit," but I couldn't stop watching. The cartoon continued, but there was no music. Just silence. Mickey walked across the screen through what looked like an empty, black and white town. Windows were boarded up, doors hanging off their hinges. No background music, no sound effects, just a faint crackling of the film. For nearly 2 minutes, nothing happened. Just Mickey walking. His shoes clopped quietly, each step heavier than the last. His face never changed, still frozen in that wide, unnatural smile. I should have clicked off right then, but I felt locked in, like the video had hooked something deep in my chest and wouldn't let me go. Then the screen flickered. For a single frame, I saw something I still can't explain. It was a real face, not a cartoon, just for a fraction of a second. Pale, stretched skin, black, hollow eyes, a mouth too wide, with teeth like cracked porcelain. Then it was gone, and Mickey was back, still marching forward. I sat frozen, staring at the screen. The background started to distort. Buildings bent at impossible angles, windows stretched, and doors melted into the ground like wax. Mickey's footsteps grew louder, pounding now, like heavy boots slamming against concrete. I swear, I could feel the vibration through my floor. And then, he stopped. Mickey turned. Slowly. His head snapped to the screen, like he was breaking the fourth wall, like he was looking directly at me. His smile stretched wider, splitting his face to the edges of his head. And then, he whispered. Not in a cartoon voice. Not in a goofy, cheerful tone. It was low. Hoarse. Human. "I see you." The screen cut to black. I ripped my headphones off, heart pounding so hard I thought it would tear out of my chest. My reflection in the dark monitor stared back at me, pale and wide. For a few minutes, I just sat there in silence, trying to convince myself it was some elaborate prank. Some edited creepypasta video made to scare people like me. Then my phone buzzed. It was Jake again. "You watched it, didn't you?" I didn't reply. I didn't want to encourage whatever joke he was playing. But then he sent another message. He comes after midnight. I stared at the screen, my stomach dropping. Maybe Jake was just messing with me, but something about the way my apartment felt suddenly made me uneasy. The air felt heavy, pressing against my chest, and the shadows seemed deeper than before. I shut my laptop, locked the door, turned on every light I could. And still, as midnight crept closer, I couldn't shake the feeling that I wasn't alone. At exactly 12:03 a.m., the sound started. A faint, distant clop. 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 Echoing down the hallway outside my apartment door. It was rhythmic, deliberate, like the cartoon footsteps I had just heard in the video. I held my breath, straining to listen. The sound grew louder. Clop. 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 I grabbed my phone and dialed Jake, but the call didn't go through. Just static. My palms were sweating, my throat dry. I backed into the living room, staring at the door as the footsteps stopped. Right outside. For a moment, silence. Then, a scratch. Long, slow. Nails are claws, dragging across the wood of my door. I wanted to scream, but my voice caught in my throat. I crept backward until my legs hit the couch, and I sank down, shaking. My phone buzzed again. A text from Jake. Don't open the door. Don't let him in. As if on cue, the handle rattled. Softly at first, then harder. Something was trying to get in. I clutched my phone like it was the only thing tethering me to reality, heart hammering as the rattling stopped. For a full minute, nothing. Then I heard it. A voice. Right outside my door. That same low, hoarse whisper from the video. Let me in. It's me. Mickey. I pressed my hands to my ears, shaking my head. But the whisper seeped through, like it was inside my skull. Smile with me. Forever. The lights in my apartment flickered. My phone screen glitched, lines tearing across it before the text app closed on its own. When it returned to the home screen, my wallpaper had changed. It wasn't my usual photo. It was Mickey, standing in the same shadowy town from the video, his head tilted, that grotesque grin splitting his face. My stomach dropped as I realized it was a live image. His eyes moved. He was looking directly at me. I threw the phone across the room. It hit the wall and clattered to the floor, but I couldn't bring myself to go near it. My apartment felt like it was shrinking, shadows crawling closer. I shut my eyes, covering my ears, and prayed for it to stop. When I finally dared to open them again, the silence was deafening. No footsteps, no whispers, just stillness. I thought maybe it was over. But then I saw it, on my TV screen, which I knew for a fact I had turned off. The cartoon was playing again. Mickey, marching endlessly, his footsteps echoing through the speakers. He turned his head, that horrible smile stretching wide, and whispered one last time. I'll see you tomorrow night! The screen went black, and it hasn't stopped. Every night since, at exactly 12:03, I hear the footsteps. Some nights they're in the hall. Some nights they're inside my apartment. Last night, I swear I heard them right beside my bed. I haven't slept in days. I don't answer calls from Jake anymore. Don't even know if that's really him texting me. But I know this much. If you ever see a video of Mickey walking alone, whatever you do, don't watch until the end. Because once he sees you, he never goes away.